Hello, the Gentleman Gamer here, and today we're back playing EVE Online, and the Federation Grand Prix started again this year, which is a pretty cool event where they CCP will give you rewards for navigating EVE Online, pretty much. And some rewards are cool. You get some from logging in. When you log into the game, you see the screen pop up, and when you log in, I think it's 12 days. So if you log in within those 12, I don't think the event lasts that long. I think give you a couple bonus days, so if you miss a day. But if you log within those days, you get some rewards from there. But if you do the actual event, you get one here if you shoot a firework at a specific area. So it's that. And you also get rewards for just running the various routes. Right now I'm going to, where is it, Langisi, and this one's going to take me through a couple bits of low sec. So we're gonna try to navigate that through this video. And you see it on the track here. We have a few boosters, Grand Prix ones, which are for velocity, warp speed, and agility. So we have version 1, version 2, up to version 4 is up here. We also got some skins and some Quaif as well, because one of the people sponsoring this event is Quaif. So you get a couple of those as well. Skins, which I'm pretty interested in. Luminaire Zenith skins, which are really cool. I don't think I have it with this guy, do I? No, I do not. They're very cool skins. So, very interesting. I'm flying a Malediction. I think one of these at the end is actually a Malediction. That's an Ares, no. This one, here we go. I need this skin, I don't have it. Look at that. That looks nice. I like the kind of looks like fire, kind of, sort of, like a sun. So very, very cool. So I'm gunning for that one at least, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna finish the whole track. Let's take a look at the fit real quick before I continue. Let's cloak up because I feel naked out here. There we go. But we'll take a look at the fit. I think this is the same ship with the same fit I used last year, because it looks like it's fit for this event. So up in the high slots we have a cloak, just because you never know when you need to go refill your coffee or something. And sometimes when you get into these low sec systems here, there isn't any free ported like citadels, but there's NPC stations sometimes. But docking and undocking an NPC station can be tricky, depending if anyone is looking to camp one of those systems or one of those stations. So unless you have an instant undock, which depending if you're frequent these areas, it might not, or it may not have. Sometimes I just rather go into a save and cloak, and just get my coffee, do what I gotta do, and come back, and then continue. So that seems to be useful. So up to you, but I like to have it. Second thing, fireworks, you don't need these either. These are just so I have fireworks to do the little extra skill point thing here, and probably to pester people to get the landmarks. Other than that, they serve no purpose. I don't have any armaments of any kind, no weapons, because this thing is not made to be shot at all. But in the mids are more of a I'm not sure what to put here type thing. I put some buffer and some resists in the shield department. This is an armor ship. In actuality, if anything wants to pop me, like a tornado or even a few thrashers, or a thrasher, I'm dead. So these two things here just make me feel better. You can probably maybe put something else in here, maybe some, I don't know, ECM burst maybe. That might help. I don't know. Micro warp drive, sometimes it helps to get in position quickly to warp again. So that seems to be necessary. So I put that in there. And the lows is just for align time and warp speed. So we have a limited hyperspatial accelerator. So I don't think this is the best one. I think prototype is the best, but they get very expensive. The closer you get to prototype, they don't give you that much more. So I figured it wasn't worth it. So I left that as that. I think it gives you what? What's it give you an extra? Where are you? 0.2. 0.2 speed. So let's simulate it. Maybe we can show how much it gives you here. Let's see. So not a whole lot, just a little bit extra. And when you're doing 90 jumps, it does add up, so I put it on there. Next we have inertial stabilizer 2s, mostly just for this reason. It does give you a penalty to your sig radius. If you if you put these down, it goes down a little bit. But it does help with this, and you want to get this below 2 seconds, because that makes you practically unlockable, even though technically it is possible. But I think how the game registers, I think they call it ticks. I think it's every 2 seconds. So if it's below 2 seconds, they can't lock you. So that I've seen videos of people locking below 2, but I think that's very rare. In the rigs, we have more warp faster rigs, so more hyperspatials accelerators. These are Tech 2s because I figured they weren't that much more expensive, and I figured any little bit helps. So if you knock these down, we have 8.20, but with these on, 12, almost 12.50. So that seems pretty useful. But that's the ship. It is a malediction, so it's not a Tech 1 frigate, but you can get some, not as fast warp speed, but you can get airline time down on the Executioner version of this, or any other light frigate, like not an Ares, be an Atron, stuff like that, or a Slasher, stuff like that. But mostly this, I got it just for the align time and warp speed. That's it. But it works pretty good. I like the way it looks. If you look at it comes with a Canid Kingdom skin on it, which is one of my favorite looking skins. And I like the design. Not as good as the original. The original design looked a little cooler, I think. Just, original. Look up original hull for this. It looked more like a slicer, kind of, sort of. But okay, but that's in the past. So let's get moving here. Now we have to make 17 jumps. And most of it's pretty easy. Most of it is it's high sec. So unless you're worried about wait, I'm cloaked. I can't warp that way because this ship is not covert ops. All right, let's get out of here. So most of these are fine, unless you linger on a gate and you're flying a Leopard. Someone decides to pop you in a catalyst. Most times you're fine. Is when we get to the 1, 2, 3. These are 4 low sec jumps in a row for this particular section of the Grand Prix. So looking good here. No flashies. Keep an eye on that. Someone's in an Atron. Maybe they're doing the same event we are. Alrighty, okay. So I cut off those few jumps through high sec just to get here. Now this is where the tricky part starts. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 jumps to get through. One of them is Rancer. Again, I'm not sure how well it does in this this time zone. About 0.4. Let's take a look. We have a Venturer hanging out here. Is the Venturer flying off, or is he a scout? Maybe not, maybe he left. Did he go? I don't know. Anyway, let's jump in. Low security, alright. Let's do our best here. And we got some flashies, so smart bombs. Now the gate towards Rancer. Let's take a look. We don't want to decloak just yet. Try to leave gate cloak on. Let's take a look at this. That's Rancer. That's my malediction. There is a structure. How close are they? 50. Oh, that's really far. All right. Let's use this. Let's bounce off this structure at 100. But that flashy guy, I'm assuming, means there's a smart bomber. So we'd be very careful. Keep an eye on local when you're coming in systems like this. And this one didn't have an actual structure to bounce off of. Let's see. Oh, there's no one there. Just go for it. Just jump. There's dead people. There's bodies there. But there's no actual people killing people right now. So it's home free. People have died on here. We have frigate wreck, elite frigate wreck. So I'm assuming the smart bomber. I'm assuming the smart bomber was there. All right. Let's take a look at this one. These are very far away. So it looks like they picked some good points here. Let's these are all within range. So let's take up this customs office up. So we wanted to get into D-scan range. So we're getting through getting close enough so we can D-scan it and get an idea what's there. Now most ships you can see, unless it's a combat, I think it's combat recon ships, are immune to D-scan. But usually they don't use those ships for what we're doing. And this guy, it looks like he hasn't renamed his stuff. It looks like he's flying a shuttle, so those are free to go. We are good to go. No one else is in local. Yeah, he should probably rename his ship. But I guess I'm not sure if it matters if he's just flying around with the shuttle. But okay, that gives us the free and clear. You don't want to blindly go gate to gate though, especially in low sec where they can smart bomb people. All right, ooh, a lot of reds here, but they're not flashy red. So maybe a sign. Okay, this is also very far away. There's nothing nearby, huh? Nothing nearby. This is like a good spot to this is a very good spot to get people. Maybe we have to go at an angle maybe. Let's is there anything else? Let's see here. Let's just go like really far away. Let's go to this. What's this thing? Let's go there at 100. Let's go there at 100. And maybe no one's there, but I can't tell because it's too far away. That's still not within D-scan range though. 28.9 is not. But let's try to go in at 100. Because we're not going dead on now. So there's any smart bombers waiting for someone to get into D-scan range. Well, there's this too. But now we can see it. Now what's this? Now there's stuff here. Why didn't it come up before? Maybe because it wasn't lined up. Okay, let's see. Well, there is a malediction. But nothing smart bombing. Alright, let's get out of here. Let's back up. Now this is where the micro warp drive comes into play. But the interceptors are pretty fast. So this will get us to 150, which is warp in range for the gate. Pretty quick. As long as we're lined up, yeah, it's pretty close. So once you hit 150, we'll hit warp, hit D-scan again, just an occutor. So we're good to go on that front. Unless there's some crazy smart bombing occutor fit, which I don't think is actually going to happen. Be funny, but I don't think it's a thing. All right, we got one more system to go through here, and it looks like it's pretty dead. It's not flashy red either, but we should still be careful. That's not bueno. Let's see here. 43.70. Well, let's bounce off of this thing. Just to go in an angle. We don't want to go dead on. Make sure it's far away enough so they don't have to use any of the structure stuff on me. Yeah, 35 is still without D-scan range though, so we can't tell what's here yet. But there's nothing else to warp to really that I can see here. Just want to go for it. Go right at 100 again, and let's take us to Heck, which I think is still I guess a trade hub still. I'm not sure how well it's doing these days. D-scan? No, nothing on D-scan right now. Looks like we're good to go. All right, that's what you got to do. When destinations don't have, let's make sure it's the micro warp drive. Don't have anything close by where you can bounce off of. Just hit up a celestial, like a planet or another structure, and just go in a different angle. So at least they have to, you won't line up directly into a smart bomb line, you know. That was a cormorant. All right. There we go. Okay. So we're in high sec again. Relatively more safe now. The only run that I know that is, wow, 84 people. I guess it's a trade hub. 84 people is not as much as a Mar, which I think it's like 200 some. But still a good amount of people trading. So. But I think the trickiest run last time was the Genesis run. I think that had the most people dying, I think, was the route through Genesis. Which I think you saw the Eve Gate, which was cool. But I heard a lot of people dying there because of I think a lot of the a lot of the landmarks you had to go to were outside D-scan range as well, and people would just dead on warp to them. So there would be a lot of death. All right, one more jump. Well, that's a cool little shot there. Why is it all cloudy there? Oh, I guess we'll never know. Look like children of light type stuff, you know. The glass edge. I'm not sure what that is. A landmark? Okay. All right. Now this is actually, the things would be Project Discovery. So I'm assuming it's a monument to that. Where is it? Santum Psycho. Oh, no, not that. I'm assuming this. I'm assuming it's SOE. So let's go there. And we got it. Collect reward. Gives you a little history too, the landmark, which is kind of cool. So if you're interested in all the history stuff, read the little things that pop up. And where do they want me to take next? I'm gonna end the video here. Because the fun part, I like going through low sec. That was the fun part. I already got one of my skins. I got the crow skin. I just got to inject it. That's really cool. It's a cool skin, and this ship looks really cool on it too. I don't think it looks quite as good as the Malediction, but it's still very cool. But I guess this year, I'm not sure. Is it the first year that shuttles have bubble immunity? Because before, I don't think they had bubble immunity. So I guess this year, if you don't have an interceptor, the next best shot is the shuttle. It's cheap. It's immune to bubbles, and the line time is below 2 seconds. You can't. I think what's their top warp speed anyway? Let's take a look, because I don't remember. Shuttles. Let's go for a regular one. And what kind of warps are we looking at here? So it's 5. So you're going way slower than this interceptor, and I'm assuming slower than a frigate, right? A frigate you can upgrade to go faster, unless you use something crazy like a Leopard, and they're very expensive. I wouldn't do that unless you know what you're doing. But you get pretty close warp speed with this. Well, not close. It's 12. So with boosters, I think it's already going 20. So yeah, I think the Leopard is the best choice. It's just super expensive, so I don't think it's worth it. But I think a shuttle of any kind like this is cheap. If you lose one, no big deal. You know, you can put some skins on them too, make it look shiny, and you immune the bubbles too. So I think go that route if you don't know exactly what you're doing. It's slower, but you'll go through a bubble and you don't have to worry about it dying. You know. So yeah, I say go that route if you don't know what you're doing. But keep in mind when you're going through low sec, don't go gate to gate. If it's a landmark straight on in low sec or null sec, go in and bounce off a celestial like a planet and then warp in, so you're a different angle. Warp in at 100. If you're cloaky, put the cloak on. Just make sure you're not going dead on still, because if everyone's going straight from the gate to the landmark, you will decloak you because someone will be within 2,000 meters, and then you'll die anyway. So just keep these things in mind. There's people in Eve thinking of ways to kill you, especially through the trickier parts like, well, the last part wasn't too populated right now. It might be my time zone though, but like Genesis, there's gonna be people ready, to kill you, which is the fun part, and then makes it dangerous, so it's fun. But just be careful. But I'll end the video here. Maybe if I get the Genesis run, we'll record that too, because that's really fun. I enjoyed that part. Probably the most dangerous parts are the most fun for me for the Grand Prix. But that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like the video, of course, leave a like. Like the content, of course, subscribe. And travel safe and travel brave.